Hey, what's going on, everybody? This will be the 100 sub special, and real quick, I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for getting us there. We're already, inching closer to 200. I feel like every week we start getting a little closer, and it's really cool, man. It's really humbling. It's awesome, and I love when you guys come out to the live streams, even if I'm not the most entertaining. So I figured I'd sit down today and tell you a little story just about how I got into the fighting game community, or the FGC for short, and then what that means to me. Now, the first fighting game I can generally remember playing would be Mortal Kombat Armageddon and Mortal Kombat Deception for the PS2. Those are games my buddy Keith had growing up, me and him. I'd go over his house and we'd play those. I was 6 years old. I was not allowed to have those kinds of games, but since he had an older brother, he had them, so it was easy. And this is going to sound counterintuitive, but I actually hated fighting games when I was younger, because he owned them and I didn't, so I just got my ass whooped all the time. I had nothing I could do about it. I'd later go on to play MK9, Smash, Brawl. I grew up playing Melee as well. So I have my roots in a lot of the early fighting games of the Renaissance period, for lack of a better term, of the FGC. Even though I was a kid and I didn't know any of this had a community at all. I took a break for a couple years. I wasn't super into fighting games. I really wish I had been, because I feel like I wasted a lot of time where I could have learned and gotten a lot better. I wasted that time playing other games that just I don't care about now. Like Smite, I played. Fuck that game. I played Destiny 1, which honestly though, that was pretty worth it because I made a lot of good friends through Destiny 1. I had a lot of fun. I played a little bit of MK10, MKX, that was pretty good. I would try MK11. I didn't really like MK11, but Spawn was cool. I liked Spawn. What really made me get back into the FGC though was a little game called Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. My buddy had it. My two friends, Eric and Nick, would play this game relentlessly on lunch period in high school for the 3DS. Right? Not Ultimate, before. And when Ultimate came out, I was like, cool, I want to go to tournaments. I want to play the game. So that's what I did. I was a 2-2er. I remember the first time I was going to go 3-1, last stock, game 3 against a Robin. And I played Chrom. And Chrom, at that time in the meta, was considered top 20. And now, looking at the meta, he is bottom 10. Because he's just, I'll explain why. Right, he's butt. I went to recover. And at the same time, the Robin player went off stage, and just so happened that they ran out of magic, meaning the book dropped, and gave him to my recovery. And I tried to do up B again. I couldn't make it back on the stage, and I died. I've never been more pissed off. I've never been more. Let me just emphasize this. Never been more pissed off in a bracket or playing a fighting game than that moment. You see the goalpost, you see it there. You're finally gonna go positive in a bracket. You have to buy a book, dude. Last stock. So I'd compete in Smash from 2019 when it came out until 21, when I was just yeah, I'm not feeling this game anymore. It's not fun. I don't enjoy it. My younger brother Nick, who stuck with it, is now one of the best Sephiroths in the world. So, that was my rival when the game first came out, and he just blew past me. So, and then I would take another little break from fighting games, came back to the FGC in 23 and started doing YouTube for it with Street Fighter 6, even though I don't really enjoy Street Fighter 6 anymore. And I'm looking forward to Tekken 8 because Tekken 8's really fun, dude. I'm really excited to stream this game and play this game. I'm making a lot of content for Tekken 8. Funnily enough, what made me come back to the FGC was this need and drive to be competitive. It's like this little demon that lives in me, where it's gnaws at me if I don't compete in something. I would play Overwatch 2 for a couple months, and then I realized, after I didn't start liking the game, but I realized that competitive edge was still there. So I debated the idea of coming back to Smash Ultimate, just to compete in something. And then around that time, the first look at Tekken 8 came out, and I started thinking, I was like, man, I really haven't touched Tekken all that much in my life. I played a little bit of 7 and Tekken Tag on the PS2, but it looked sick and it looked fun, and I was like, dude, I kind of want to just go all in for this. And then the closed beta test would come out, and I would play that, and I fell in love with the game. I fell in love with the combat system. that's more of my fighting game history, where I come from, why I play them, to feed that competitiveness, and because I do genuinely enjoy them now. I don't think there's any greater challenge than defeating another human opponent in a game like that. As far as what the FGC means for me, it's a community that I can actually be myself and be passionate about and feel welcomed in. You know, I've gained a lot of knowledge from the FGC, and I've had a lot of fun interactions with people. And when you go to tournaments, the atmosphere is like nothing else I've been to. You know, it's all people who are super passionate about the games they play. It's people nerding out about frame data and matchups. Like, it's so cool. Everyone's so passionate, and that's really important for me in life, is like, I like passion. I like people who are passionate about something, and I like being around those kinds of people, and that is what the FGC truly means to me. As far as how I got into Isaac, funnily enough, another friend, Aaron, I would go to his house, and I think this was when Rebirth first came out. It was like 2015, 2016, and I played it for a little bit. It was really fun. And I finally get Isaac in 2017 on my really shitty laptop at the time. And I'd play a little bit of Isaac. I really liked it. Afterbirth came out, I'd get it on my Xbox, and I'd play Afterbirth. I loved Afterbirth. So I'd play Isaac on and off for a couple years, and Repentance came out, and at the time Repentance came out, I was going through basic training in the Army. So I didn't really play Repentance up until 2022. Early 2022 was when I actually really sat down and played Repentance, and I loved it. And now I still love it. I do it for YouTube, and the Isaac community's been great, man. I've met a lot of really cool people. The Isaac videos do really well as compared to what I was doing with the Street Fighter guides, so I'm really happy about my decision to play Isaac for YouTube. Now, that wasn't the intention. I was not expecting to have so many people really like the Isaac videos, but the reason why I chose Isaac and fighting games was that it's really hard to grow as a FGC YouTuber, right? Because it's such a small community, it's such a niche community, and it's really hard to get new people in. But I wanted Isaac to be on the channel as well as a backup, because like I see people like Max and Justin Wong who, or we'll stick with Max, right? Maximilian, dude, who's like in his 30s and he still plays fighting games, and he's not, he's pretty good at them, but he's an older guy. Like, he doesn't compete in tournaments or anything like that, so I don't see me ever stopping playing fighting games. But we do Isaac as well, just to have something else on the channel, some other kind of content that I can do, and another game that I enjoy. But yeah, that's me, dude. That's why I do what I do. I just want to say thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for the support over the last couple months. It's been incredible. But that's going to do it for this, and I hope you guys come out to the next one. It should be one more Isaac video, and then we get into Tekken 8.